Dollemocracy. Facing down pessimistic politics with realistic optimism.
So one thing that we talk a lot about on the show is the police. Police behaving badly, police being racist, police doing things to violate people's rights.
The other thing in conjunction with police is we end up often talking about Mississippi too much, whether it be raiding and stealing from the welfare fund or just police in general also acting or behaving terribly.
Mississippi seems to have a lot of problems, and that is also apparent in this story where a 10-year-old Mississippi boy was arrested for peeing in public. And now here's what happened, as I understand it. He was at an appointment with his mom. He had to pee. There was no public restroom available for him at this appointment where he was with his mom. And so he went to an area like behind the car, as private as possible,
right,
to go to the bathroom because, well, what are you supposed to do if you're a kid and you have to go? You have to go. So not only did they arrest this child for peeing, the child has now been placed on probation.
Quantavious Eason and his family sat in a Senatobia courtroom Tuesday after the 11-year-old was seen relieving himself in a parking lot back in August. Carlos Moore represents the Eason family. He says this whole ordeal has made Quantavious not trust the police.
He did not plead guilty to anything. He was not found guilty of anything, but it's an informal adjustment probation.
Back in August, the then 10-year-old was with his mother at this attorney's office. Moore said the boy needed to use the restroom, but the office did not have public restrooms. Eason used the restroom near his mother's car when a Senatobia police officer spotted him. Officers put Eason in a squad car and took the child to the police station.
People that he should trust, protect, and serve, he doesn't feel that they treated him fairly and that he would get a fair shake in life through the police or the justice system.
Moore says the Eason family is distraught about how a judge or prosecutor could issue probation to an 11-year-old for doing something so many others have done.
I think that it is unreasonable that a 10-year-old would be arrested for doing something I did as a child growing up in Mississippi, and I'm a successful attorney and a judge in Clarksdale and Grenada, so it's not criminal. He should have never been in contact with the juvenile justice system for simply urinating discreetly.
Others question the motives behind the entire ordeal.
Black boys are demonized or criminalized from a young age. Had he been a little white boy urinating discreetly, he would have never been arrested.
Eason must serve 3 months probation and has to check in every month with his mother with a judge. He's also required to write a 2-page report about his favorite basketball player, Kobe Bryant.
We'll take this to the highest heights. We're going to file it in federal court, and we're going to fight for justice, and they are going to pay this family for what they have endured.
Tavarius Haywood, Action News 5.
How many people have, as adults, peed in public without having...
Should I put 2 hands up?
Any repercussions? I mean, I'm assuming that it is a fair number of people.
Well, think about when you have to go. When you're a kid, it's not like you're planning ahead, like, oh, we might be stuck at this appointment where there's no bathroom. I better make sure you're a kid.
Right.
And now he's in the system. Now he's known by authorities, and he's been placed in the system. He's now on probation. He was arrested for peeing outside of his mother's car. There was a line in there, something about some are questioning the motives. You're goddamn right they should be questioning the motives. This is absolutely a racial issue, that one of thousands upon thousands upon thousands for decade after decade after decade, not just in the United States, but specifically in the horrible state of Mississippi.
Well, and it's just a waste of time. I mean, this judge is really going to have this kid come in once a month and talk to him about what? It's wasting everyone's time. It's wasting resources.
Yeah.
It's a waste. You're wasting everyone's time.
The judge should be very embarrassed.
Yeah, everyone involved in this should be embarrassed. It's horrifying. I hope that they do get some sort of payment or something, because it's terrible what's happening.
Too many terrible stories out of Mississippi. And save the emails. Save your voice. I mean, you can send them if you want to, but this is not some some attack of one specific state. It's a state with a history of terrible treatment of Black Americans that seems to continue with no end in sight.